Hey guys, welcome. We're here at Murphey Park today, and on behalf of myself, Doug Baldwin, my wife Jan, and Nick, we want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. We're going to review a few things today, maintenance items on the field that we're hoping to garner your help with in order to keep these fields in the best shape we can throughout the spring season and into the summer. So we're going to get right to it. The first thing is tarps, everybody's favorite. I know they can be a pain, but we're going to try to make the task a little simpler for you. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to do is correctly folding the tarps. And like I said, this is a task that is not everybody's favorite. We're going to try to make it a little bit easier for you. So here we go. Obviously it's easier with two people, but it can be done with one person, and it's all you're doing is fold it in half, fold it in half, and fold it in half. And you can always wait for players to show up or another coach to help you carry it off the field. Jan, what was the time and how long it took us to fold that up?
1:22.
So, what was it?
1:22.
So a minute and a half to fold that up. It's not delaying your practice or anything. It's not hard to do, so. All right, in this segment, we're gonna show you how to put the tarp back on both the home plate. We're not gonna show you the mound. It's the same process. So just make sure you follow the same process. Ready, Nick? Yep. Jan, start the timer. All right, time, Jan. So 1 minute 45. So it takes less than 2 minutes to put the tarp on and adjust it properly. As you can see, we adjusted the tarp, we kept it flat on the ground. The reason for that is that the wind, if we happen to get a storm or whatever, the wind comes up underneath, it pulls the tarp back, then we got a wet home plate, and that can be the difference of the game getting started on time or not. Plus, by keeping it flat, it helps keep the moisture in the ground, okay? So 2 reasons for the tarp. 1, keep the rain out. 2, keep the moisture in the ground. The other thing you can see, when we adjusted it, we kept it off of the grass. If you get this out on the grass, especially in an 80-degree day, it's gonna fry the grass out here. The other thing is, throughout this video, you saw we did not drag this off of the home plate. When you do that, the chain right here, it drags the dirt with it, and it creates a lip out here. Same for the mound, all right? And the final thing is, when you're taking these off, guys, don't wad them up. You need to fold them the way we showed you to, because it will create cracks in the tarp, and these tarps are expensive. They range anywhere from $300 to $500 depending on which field and the size of it. So we much appreciate your help and patience with this, and once you get in the rhythm, you'll be good. Quick clarification on these tarps. I had mentioned that the tarps serve 2 purposes: to keep the rain out and keep moisture in. Keeping the moisture in, it's critical to keep these things flat and right when it gets hot, so it keeps the moisture in the ground so that these plates don't turn as hard as concrete. And so that's one of the reasons why we leave the tarps on once it starts getting hot. Okay guys, a couple other things before we move on regarding the tarps. One, when you get them folded up and if you are taking them off the field, please carry them through the gate. Don't drag them, because they get caught on different parts of the fence and it can rip the tarps very easy. The other item is these tarps actually have a top side and a bottom side. First hint is the bottom side is usually a lot dirtier than the top side. The other thing is, if it's the rough hem goes down, smooth hem goes up. Okay, so the next item on the list is hitting the infield. And we ask that you either hit off of the halos on either side. That's kind of one of the reasons why I put them in, or hit off the dirt. Do not hit off of the grass. It wears the grass out, and then we're virtually painting dirt the rest of the season. Next item, hitting outfield. We ask that you hit off of this mat, okay, or off of the dirt, the infield dirt. A lot of times the infield dirt is just too close to the outfielders. And of course you want to simulate a hit off of the bat as close to home plate as you can. So we ask that you hit outfield off of here, all right? Okay guys, the next item is when you're warming up in pregame, please have your kids either 5 feet off of the foul line or 5 feet inside of it. Do not warm up on the foul line itself. It wears the grass out and it creates bumps where the line gets curvy on us, and then we're painting dirt also. So we ask that you keep that off of your kids off of the foul line when you're warming up. The other thing is L screens. If you bring an L screen on, or whether you do or not, when you leave the field, if there's an L screen on the field, please take it off of the field, okay? Don't leave it on the turf or on the halos or anything else. Take it off of the field. We got 12 fields down here to maintain, and if we got to mess with those L screens on every single one of the fields, it costs us a lot of time and money. And for that, we turn around and bill the organization for it, and we prefer not to do that. And honestly, if you take the time to bring it on, you should have the time to take it off. So we ask that you do that. Final thing is digging holes in the outfield. This has become a major problem down here on all the fields, all the age levels, and we ask you coaches, please, to keep an eye on your kids, and if you see them digging, do what you need to do to reprimand them and get them to stop. But it is a safety issue, and once they start digging, there's literally nothing we can do until the end of the season in the summer. So we ask that you help us with that. And then as far as the infield bases are concerned, every once in a while we get some coaches that are ready to get the game going, particularly probably on Saturday mornings, and they'll put the bases in place when we have them out. There's a reason why we leave them out until the game starts, and there are plugs that go inside them, and I'll share that with you in just a second. Okay, base plugs. This we use in order to prep the fields on all of our base receivers, and the purpose is to block the dirt from going in the hole once we drag. So if you show up and you see these on the field, we've not finished prepping, so please do not take the vase and shove it in on top of there. If for some reason we do not come back by the time the game starts or we're gone or whatever, then please remove it before you put the vase in there. We've had several occasions where it's people have stuffed vases in there, and these things are a real pain to get out. All right, I think that is the final item. Thank you for your time.